Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Never be intimidated by a woman's beauty. Now, you know what's funny? You get guys out here saying, yeah, nah, I want that 9 or 10 or something. But they know if they actually meet that 9 or 10, they really don't know what to do. I've known some guys, they can holler at any woman out there. They can shoot, they can spit that hot fire. You got those words for any woman out there, provided that she was in the 5 to 7 range. But when they run into those women that they consider real beautiful, nah, they don't know what to say. In fact, some guys try to say, well, women ain't really 10s. As soon as you say that, that tells me that deep down you really intimidated by a beautiful woman. Because many guys know look, let's just be real with it. Very attractive women, and then like at best above average attractiveness, which ain't that much out here because most women are average. Most women are average at best. Shout out Kevin Samuels for making that term famous. But remember, guys will treat them differently. And indeed, I've met some guys, they don't know what to say. I knew this real beautiful woman. She went out with this guy, and this guy, he was just like, you're real beautiful. You're real beautiful. It turned her off. It turned her off. She actually told the guy to his face. She was like, I'm very disappointed. I knew this other guy, there was a young lady on a job I was working on. This dude, I mean, he just had that hot fire for everybody. He get around her. It's like, come on, man. Only thing they got is good genetics. That's the best they have, is good genetics. But they fought like everybody else. They bleed like everybody else. They interested in different things. I've mentioned several times when I started writing, the woman who supported me the most, she was very beautiful, but she was also into science fiction and stuff. If you talk to any beautiful woman, their personality is the same as any other woman out here. There really is, even though you do have some who think they're on another level. Now their personality is the same. The only difference is their beauty. Why are you being intimidated by that? If she's blessed with that genetic beauty, that roll out of bed beauty, you just talk to her like she's anybody else. You don't be intimidated. That's how a lot of guys get caught up. And remember, a lot of those beautiful women, some of them are cool, some of them aren't. It's the ones who aren't cool that you could really get in trouble with. Those are the ones who really be running the game, because that's their game, is their beauty. They know guys are going to like want to take them out, follow them around or something. The nicer ones, they just get annoyed by it. But then you get some that's slick. It was like, hold up, this guy gonna spend money on me, have his wallet out and everything? Let me use it. But see, that man's intimidated too. If you meet a woman and you want to like just spend money on her or make this assumption, or even in some cases put her down, you're intimidated. They just have good genetics, that's it. Find out what they're about, talk to them, say hi. A whole lot of them are very friendly, especially if you just treat them normal. There's been a couple of very beautiful women that liked me because I wasn't even impressed. They even told me. Like one woman who had placed in a beauty contest, she said, you know what, Ron, you're not intimidated by me. I was like, She was sounding goofy to me, but to me, because I got past that. Now, I had said in my book, A Player's Eyes, I had been around some beautiful women in my family, so I was impressed. Like my mother, rest her soul, she was a black woman who was a paid model back in the 1950s. And my grandmother, when she was in her 60s, looked like she was in her 30s. And then had my cousins and stuff. Basically, only thing a beautiful woman could do for me is they could mess up a perfectly good comic book. Like I had the legendary X-Men 94. All they did was draw over it. I could have made thousands of dollars on it. They would just mess up comic book collections. But whatever the case, when you run into a beautiful woman, she's just that, she's beautiful. Just talk to her. Don't hit her with any game. Don't throw any money. Find out what her personality is like. Find out if your personality click. Indeed, I've actually been out with some very beautiful women, and nothing came from it because I got past. I wasn't like drooling or anything. I was looking at their personalities. Their personalities didn't really click. In fact, they were very boring to me. And that's one thing. You have to like deal with their personality, because it's too many guys get caught up in their looks, chasing them around, doing all this stuff for them, changing up their personality. And that's something you don't want to do. That's something that you don't want to do. You can't be intimidated, especially, let's be real. A lot of guys out here will say, well, I don't want that 5 to 7. I don't care if she's beautiful. I gotta have that beautiful woman. And I guarantee the same guy, if you put him in a room full of beautiful women, is going to act all silly and everything. Not going to know what to say. It's like you don't put them on a pedestal. And because even some of the ones who look genetically beautiful, they ain't look that way. Like I saw the other day on IG, I saw a young lady, real cool with her, like her and her current man. And she's a natural roll out of bed beauty, but she's more of a swan. Because by her own words, like she got a nice body, everything. She didn't start off that way. She is a definite swan. She told me she was overweight when she was a teenager. And you get some women like that. They just people though. I don't care what it is. And you're going to have a range. Some going to be real cool, real friendly. You can find out if you're not intimidated. But then sometimes that intimidation comes, that's how they play you. And then it's like goddess from up high, like gave you the time of day, and some guys so intimidated, they intimidated in a way that they go crazy. It's like, oh, she's talking to me and everything. It's like, no, that's a form of intimidation. You talk to that woman. Is she down for your program? Is she in cooperation with your operation? Is she somebody you could at the very least be friends with? And then she can help out. And yeah, there's plenty of stuff out there about beautiful women, how if a beautiful woman's on your arm, she can tilt the room, everybody's paying attention to her. But that's only in the case if she's helping you out, she's helping your plan. And even then, when you talk to her and everything, when you deal with her, you can't be intimidated by her. I cannot emphasize that enough. She's beautiful, okay, fine. Talk to her, find out what she about, find out what she into. I have a lady friend who's, even though she's older, she's in her 60s, but she had been, I saw some pics of her when she was younger. In fact, she had been in some of those magazines. I was like, oh, I ain't shocked. But she's suffering from some stuff. Because always remember, they people. I don't care what it is. I don't care what their genetics are. They still people. They still fight like anybody else. They still bleed if you cut them. They still interested in different things. They still got hobbies. Because I've known quite a few beautiful women, and I remember one, we talk politics all the time. Very beautiful. Another one I mentioned who really pushed me along and really helped me when I started writing. She was into like comic books and UFOs and science fiction and all of that. Find out what they're about. Get past this, like look at them, it's like, oh, okay, very beautiful. Let me see what she's talking about. And I really mean that. I've dealt with a couple of women. In fact, I had, I ain't gonna mention it. It's a woman who's very friendly. It's a former beauty contestant winner. I met her one time working at a gym. And she acted all, I guess she was used to guys going crazy over her, and I asked her something and she was acting all funky. I just kind of gave her that look like. Then she acted cool then. Cause she was like, this brother ain't playing around. She was cool then because I was like, whatever. I think I asked her a question. It was about a movie that she was going to be in. And she was acting like, yeah, well, of course. I was like, I'm asking about the movie, bitch. Shit. I gave her that look, and then she was cool, but I wasn't intimidated. And she was real cool after that when she realized I wasn't going to treat her like every other man. Don't be intimidated by their beauty, okay? Okay, they're beautiful and all that. Okay, cool. But they still got a personality. And indeed, if you're one of those guys, you say you gotta have one, aim for the brain, okay? Aim for the brain. If you want to see, you want to see the body drop, aim for the brain. A very beautiful woman on IG had said that. And I really, she said it correctly. And that very beautiful woman is like in the comic books and hip hop and everything. Some people might know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's all I have for right now. And I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.